Hello everyone and welcome to the review of the SJCam SJ8 Plus. This should be a very interesting action camera because the SJ8 series was split in three different models: the Air, the Plus and the Pro. The Air being the cheapest and the Pro having the best performance, while the Plus is somewhere between, but actually the Plus is very powerful and it should be a lot more better than the SJ7 star model, and that is because this thing will film in 4K with stabilized video. It has a gyro that works in 4K, and it also can film in 60 frames per second if you are using 2.5K, and it also has gyro stabilization for that. Last but not least, this has also encoding for the new format such as H265 encoding, and that makes the video file sizes being about twice as small as a regular H264 format, but retaining all the video quality, and that it's a very interesting feature. If you want to pause the video, you can see some specifications here if you need to see them, but you can also find them online. So let's get on with the camera here. It comes of course with waterproof case already installed on the camera, and the accessory box, which is a very good bundle. And we get the handlebar mount, adhesive pads, extra adhesive pads, adhesive pad mounts. One is curved, one is straight for helmet, pivots again, and an adapter for a tripod and a selfie stick. We get also a second door, and this is the membrane touchscreen, because the SJ8 has a touchscreen. If you want to operate the camera in wet environments, such as using it in the rain, and you want to have it waterproof but you want to touch the screen, you can use this very smart touch door, which has a flexible membrane, and this thing will work under 3 meters of depth, not under, but until 3 meters of depth. So you can even use this for swimming and you are still going to have touchscreen control. Going deeper than that will make the membrane press the screen and it will not work anymore. But it's a very nice addition and it's a very great thing to have. What else we get in the box? Well, this is a big improvement, as the old SJCams didn't come with a lens protector. This is highly priced for me, and of course the SJ8 now uses not the micro USB but uses the Type-C connector, and another set of mounts, and another set of mounts, and one of them is the, actually both of these ones are the new model, which you can actually twist, rotate, and that's an interesting modification to the standard mounts that you get on the GoPro, for example. It also comes with a microfiber cloth for cleaning, and we have a booklet with lots of specification and instructions, and it's featured in several languages. And we also get some nice and large SJCam stickers to stick on whatever you want to. Now let's take a closer look to the camera. So it comes protective, of course, the lens, the front screen and the rear touchscreen. So this camera has also this OLED front screen, which will show you the settings of the camera, such as resolution, and if it's recording. It's useful, but when you film in dark environments you may want to turn this off, as it can reflect light. And of course the camera has an option to turn this off. It will also save a minimal amount of power. If you want it to do that, it can do that. Right, so let's see the battery. The battery is a new design battery. This is high voltage lithium ion battery, so this charges to a higher voltage than regular lithium ion, and it has 1200 milliamps. This should provide a very good runtime, and it also should resist cold a bit better than regular action camera batteries. Being high voltage, it has less voltage drop when it's cold outside. And I also need to install a micro SD card because it's not supplied. And it's very important to know that for filming 4K video or very fast Full HD 120 frames video, you need a micro SD card that it has a U3 rating, so that means very fast write speed. Otherwise the camera will freeze, overheat or block, and it will not be able to save any kind of videos, or it will not work properly. So you need a very fast micro SD card, and it's important to know actually the write speed, not the read speed. And I'm telling you that because most micro SD cards that are sold on the market are labeled with the read speed, not the write speed, and we are interested in write speed because we are writing data on the micro SD card. We are not reading it while filming with the camera. All right, so let's power this on. I'm going to press the button. Very nice LED there. It has a very nice plastic finish. It's kind of a rubbery type feel, and I didn't press it enough. Alright, so it's now working and it's in 4K resolution, and you can see it has a very nice redesigned user interface. And I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to show you what's this about with the new design. The new menu has some quick settings here, and it's very interesting to use because, for instance, you have the resolution here, but if you press the resolution, it's actually a shortcut to choosing the camera resolution, so you don't have to go to the full settings menu to choose the resolution. You can just click there and switch it, and now I'm in 2.7K 60 frames per second. So I did a mistake. I told you that this films in 2.5K resolution with gyro. Actually it films in 2.7K with gyro, which is very good. It creates very smooth, very sharp video, and you can stabilize it, which is awesome. And also here you have this video menu where you can quickly select some presets. For instance, you want to film video lapse, slow motion, which is called slow rec, still photo, photo lapse, and so on. So you have quick settings here. I can go and select slow rec, and it's now set up for slow video, and that's very nice to have because once again you don't go to settings and choose what you want to do with the camera. You just have a shortcut here. Next you have this magic wand start here. If you press that, this is the video settings for the current resolution, so you can choose the encoding and you can have the old 2264 or the new encoding, which is H265, and this is very nice, saves a lot of space and retains the same image quality. You have loop recording, field of view, wide dynamic range, which improves contrast, gyro sensor for stabilization, audio, volume, timestamp, bitrate, ISO sensitivity, sharpness, saturation, contrast. As you can see, you have a lot of settings, EV metering, distortion correction. And for distortion correction to work, you need to disable the gyro. If you are going to disable gyro, gyro is disabled, and now you can enable distortion correction. And this, even if it has a fisheye lens with distortion correction, you are not going to see that kind of bulging terrain and bent up trees. It will kind of correct it and it will look almost normal, even though it's still a wide angle camera, which is a very good setting to have. Right, and let's now switch it to photo mode. You can do that by simply swiping the screen. This is video, this is photo, which is again very easy to use. And if you go to settings now, you have settings for the photo, and you have even raw photography, wide dynamic range, of course, and all the things related to photo are in this menu. Going back, if you are not using distortion correction or gyro, you have a zoom option, which actually works pretty good and retains rather good quality. The zoom is of course digital, but if you film in high resolution such as 4K, you still have good details, even zoom at maximum. Right, and let's say you want to change the settings of the camera. You can click on this wheel here, and now you have the full camera settings such as language, fast boot, daytime, format, the micro SD card, TV mode, quick capture. As you can see, there are a lot of settings here related mostly to the camera settings, and that's for, they are actually pulled from the quick menu, because when you are changing resolution or quality, you don't need to change, for instance, the language. And this is a very smart move, separating them in such a way, because I can quickly switch my camera settings without going in 6 pages of settings and finding my gyro enable disable next to the date and time settings, which I seldom change, because at least when the camera is charged and has a battery inside, it will never lose those settings. So it's very nice to have them separated like that. There is also a top menu here, and you have some settings related to wireless, remote control, TV out and LCD off. So you can quickly do that and the camera still works. If you tap the screen, you have this option to unlock it, and now it's unlocked. Very useful for saving power. And this remote control here is very nice, because actually the SJ8 can use the same remote that was available for the SJ7 and SJ6 cameras, and they are still retaining the same design, and this will work without any kind of problems, and all the buttons work very nice. And that is a very big plus for me, because you can switch to recording like this, and it's recording. You can take pictures, and it takes pictures now. A very fast response time, which I really like. It doesn't have any kind of delay. The menu is very snappy. There's no lag, there's no delay. It works very nice, and even the touchscreen works very good. And that is with the protection foil over it, which is a very big improvement. The front screen here, as you can see, it shows, for instance, if I'm in video mode, shows resolution, frame rate, it shows the time, and if I press record, it now shows that it's recording. It shows the available space on the microSD card, battery level, and time. Again, very useful, especially if you are doing kind of vlogging with this camera, or taking selfies. You can have information of what the camera is actually doing. And now I'm going to enable the wireless by a quick press of the remote here. You can see wireless was enabled, and now I can connect with my mobile phone to the camera. It should appear here right away. There you go, SJ8. I'm going to connect to it. It's now connecting, and I'm going to open the SJCam app, and I'm going to select camera, connecting, and there you go. I'm now connected live to the camera, and I have live preview. And let's see what the SJCam knows to do. So you have battery level, you have an option to turn off the camera, you have recording mode, you can switch to playback, and it will show you the recordings which are on the micro SD card. Then you have the settings, and look at that. Here we have almost all the camera settings, such as resolution, loop recording, wide dynamic range, photo settings, video settings, other settings. So it's very nice. You can quickly switch various settings right from this menu without any kind of problems. You also have here an option for gimbal, and that's for using the SJCam gimbal, and the camera has dedicated control with the dedicated SJCam gimbal, which is a very nice combo to have lots of control over the gimbal and the camera together from the app, which is a very nice thing. So that's about the app. You have the basics. You can switch from recording, and of course the video mode. If I'm in video mode, I have photo, video lapse, video short, video something, because it's not displayed the whole thing here. And of course you have photo mode, and if you go to settings, you have the menu which is for both video here and photo here, and camera settings here. Nonetheless, very easy to use. And you have here in the gallery photo and videos. You can also quickly download to your mobile phone. You can preview them directly on the phone. So very easy to use, and you can see the app is also working very nice, very snappy. The older cameras had a bigger delay, and the app was not that fast. If you were moving very fast into the settings, sometimes it will lag a bit. So they did a big improvement over that, and now the app works really nice. So it's now to charge up the battery, take the camera with me, and I'm now going to add you a series of samples taken with the camera in different situations, so you can make up an idea of how the camera works in low light, daylight, having gyro enabled, having gyro disabled, showing some 4K quality, some stabilized 4K quality, and so on. So stay with me, and now let's see the video. So I hope that you have enjoyed the videos that I have added. Be sure to follow my YouTube channel, as I'm going to upload more samples and detailed samples and short samples, such as only a short 4K video that was not processed in any kind of way. It was just an upload from the camera to YouTube. And also I'm going to add some tests, and I'm going to show you something very interesting. As you may know, GoPro 7, the latest model and the most expensive camera, has a thing called hyper smooth, which creates a very smooth video. You can do hyper smooth with this, which is amazing, and I'm going to show you some samples with that, and other things like using it for slow motion videos and all that stuff. It's going to be uploaded on my YouTube channel. I'm going to create actually a playlist with a lot of videos with and taken with this camera, and you are going to find the link somewhere here, and that list will grow and more videos will be added later as I work with this camera. So be sure to follow that, and there are plenty more of good things coming about this. So until then, bye bye.